Shalom, shalom, Yashral. Real quick, I just want to talk about a couple things. I don't have hardly any time, so this is going to be a short video, I promise. There was a couple things there was one thing that I said I was going to mention in the last video, and I failed to. And it wasn't on purpose, it just happened. It was about what the lady that they accused of being a witch had said. One of the ladies that had her head covered, that they said it was obvious that she was a Waldenson. Now this is bad, and I hate to say what they made her confess to, but it will show you which you already know how evil these people are, but it'll show you just how bad they wanted to just shame her and make her do something that she would never dream of doing. And you should know that they would have never wanted to do that to a witch, but they would love to do it to a Shabbat keeping, Torah delighting, loving, Abba Yahuwah loving person. So, and this was in the article I read that it was a common thing that they would make them say in court when they were condemning them for being a witch in the Salem witch trials or whatever. They made that woman say that she flew on a broom to a Shabbat meeting with her other witches, and that she went there to kiss the butthole of a demon by the name of something, I can't remember the name, but I said butthole just to make it a little less nasty. They used other words, and she did it. She admitted to that, and they still killed her, but they didn't torture her as bad as what they already had. So could you imagine? And that just shows you how evil they are. They made her confess to that. You know, how stupid is that? They made her confess to that in front of the people. You know, I'm sure there was a lot of people there just wanting her dead, you know, because of all the stuff that they had told the public that she had done. And that was just to justify killing them and burning them. And if you think about it, that's probably where the whole idea of the witch came from. You know, they made the people think that there was a demon that they were going to meet to do that to, you know, and all these things. So that's a lot of that folklore and all that stuff over in that area. Yeah, and that's probably where a lot of that was birthed, was born. But that goes to show you just, their eagerness to get rid of anyone that's like us. There was one other thing I wanted to mention too. In that article where that I read from, where the guy talks about Rome still existing and how they shape history to form a reality for everybody to believe, the reality they want you to believe. In that, he said that, and this really has nothing to do with anything, I just thought it was kind of neat, and I thought I'd mention it to you. He said that the Roman Empire, what's left of it, went to Greenland, and that I think they might have left from there since, but after their so-called collapse, they went to Greenland. And the only reason I mention this, and the only reason I give it any credence whatsoever, was about a month ago, Mr. MBB333, on one of his videos, he had been looking on Google Earth over there by Greenland. And he found this island right off of there that had this unusual, like, futuristic facility with odd vehicles, like UFO type stuff, parked there. And it really was there. And it just made me think when I heard that guy in the article talking about them being in Greenland, and I remembered that in Mr. MBB333's video. And just another side note, for some reason about a month ago, before I seen that video from him, I was looking at it myself on Google Earth. And I mean, I look at all kinds of stuff, so I'm sure it's not, anything. It's just a coincidence. But I was looking at the area over there, and I noticed some strange things myself. And I just think it's strange that they made that movie about Greenland, and they all ended, the surviving people ended up being in Greenland at the end. I just thought that was weird. But there was a guy, and if you watch this, and you're the guy that sent me that article that was explaining how these researchers or archaeologists or whatever found a ton of Egyptian stuff down in South America by the Mayan Aztec ruins or whatever, that they found Egyptian statues of Osiris and Isis and whatever. If that was you, could you resend that to me? I can't remember your name for the life of me. But that was an awesome article. I only got to skim through it, but I forgot to save it. And when Facebook messed with me and took my post down, it screwed my phone all up, and I can't find that article for nothing. So if you would, please, if you could you resend that to me? Thank you. I put a post up a little bit ago talking to anyone who refuses to at least look into this being the promised land. And I said, I compared y'all, if this is you, if you refuse, if you think I'm silly, you're no different than those who wanted to go back to Egypt because there were cucumbers and honeydew back there. Can you imagine if this is true and the promised land's just out west, and we're already in the country, the land that the promised land is, and you're looking over there to this little land that's just surrounded by turmoil and terrorists and chaos and craziness, and there's right out here this beautiful land that's already yours. You're already here. It is sitting there, and you refuse to look over there. Just look into it is all I'm asking. And I was going to put a couple other articles up on Facebook, some more evidence of this, and they took it down. And the main one they took down was just a picture from an article about a friar who burnt down a cache of Mayan books, like a library that they had. And that's all it said. At the end of the paragraph, the author did say, why would he do that? What was in them books, and why did he burn it down? Why would Facebook take that down? And I put all kinds of controversial stuff up there, but they took that down. That goes to show you that there's some, it's probably true. It is. I know it's true. But for you should, in your mind, think, maybe this is true, because why would Facebook take that down? Out of all the other stuff, they decide to take that down. And you know why they would hide it from you? I mean, why wouldn't they, for one? But it's your inheritance. It's what the Most High has to give you. You think the enemy wants you to receive that? No, he don't. And he wants to make an absolute fool of you, have you standing in the promised land, and you don't even know it. You're looking back across the sea, and it's the truth of the matters right in the scripture that you're holding in your hand, that you're preaching from, and you don't even see it. That's all I wanted to say, Mysh. I love y'all. Till next time, shalom, shalom. Peace out. Peace out.